In this video, we're going to cover all the new changes and updates on your KW app and what can your app actually do. So a couple things to note about changes. There is now push notifications, meaning if you or your client set up a search and want to be instantly notified when something new comes on the market, they will actually get an alert. It looks great, actually is clickable. We'll show them a link and an image of the home that came up, and then it will take them into the app. So that is great. There is the ability to also do the emails and notifications in addition to push notifications. So that's a lot of the big changes. Just understanding how this app works. So I used my GPS location. This is me at my office and what are the homes nearby. As I start adjusting this map, you're going to start noticing some different outlines of the neighborhoods, subdivisions that come in here. The neighborhoods actually are maps from next door. The data is from the MLS and all the different resources that we have. So I just love that this is built in, and it is something that most of our competitor apps do not have, is the ability to actually understand a neighborhood. My office is in the Coral Ridge Country Club Estates neighborhood, and this is going to give me some information. I can see the average days on market here. And I can click on that and see that the median versus the average. So we have 65 days, 95 days, the average home price showing me what's active, high and low, median and average. The price per square footage, the sold data. There were 18 recently sold properties in this neighborhood. And what is the actual sold data? What locals say. This is great because it lets me know that this is a luxury environment, lots of shopping, moviegoers, trendy eats, daytime leisure, healthy foods, yoga. If I'm in a category that I'm looking for these things, this is a great way to know more about that. Commute times, I can actually start putting in an address to an area like a school, my work, my spouse's work, and put that in here. I can see the nearby schools. So while all the other sites have nearby schools, we have the ratings and the student to teacher ratio, which is just information that not everyone has. And I love the fact that Yelp is built into here to show me, hey, really quick, here's some highlights about what's nearby. I can go to the grocery store and see, hey, here are all the grocery stores nearby. I can see if there's any nightlife nearby. I can go see the cafes, shopping. And the best part about this is I can explore a neighborhood without ever stepping foot in the neighborhood to see more of what people say about here. By the way, in this neighborhood, here are some of the homes for sale, and I'm able to come in and see these homes, get an idea of what's available. All this is just tied in here of just the neighborhood, and that is something no other app has right now, is the ability to search by the neighborhood and see that information. Now, I like just looking at some of these homes. So one of these homes right now is a agent in my office. This is their listing. And if I can look at this, I can quickly just see the photos. As you notice, I've already given it a heart and added it to a album, which, by the way, this album is actually something I was able to share with a co-collaborator, which is another great thing here. I'm able to actually see the details. So I like the quick view shows me this was reduced $20,000. It is the 2,800 square feet. I see the address. I can also hide it if I don't like it or share it with someone else. So I love the fact that I can quickly share this, send it to somebody. There we go. And I've got it in a message. By the way, something no other app has right now, save up to $4,800 on your next home. So this home at 579, if I were to get a mortgage through Keller Mortgage, could save me thousands of dollars, and that could be savings of up to $4,800. By the way, if they need home insurance, it can also save them 30% on home insurance as well. If I keep going down here, here's all the different details. Again, there's that neighborhood information. I can explore it to go see some of the market stats. What do people say about working and living here? Walkability score. Commute times, if I had an address put in here, it would show me the commute time from this address to my places that I care about. Nearby schools, mortgage calculator built in again, so I can see on this if I do a 20% down payment on this home, or if I pay all cash. It's just showing me everything that's going to be on this home and breaking down my monthly payment, as well as the ability to save money on this home. Any activity for the home, and the nearby homes that are around here. Now they've also got an option there to schedule a video tour. Here's the really neat thing. This is going to go to the agent who shared the app, meaning if it's my app, scheduling this appointment with me of live in person or live video, saying I want to FaceTime with you on Tuesday at morning, sometime before noon, and I hit schedule tour. Guess what? That's actually coming to me, the agent. Other sites like Zillow or Trulia are going to go to a premier agent and it doesn't get to me. I have no control over that. So that's one way. I can also ask the agent questions and that's going to go to you. So this is a way to really leverage it out and be in control of the consumer experience. Now that's just a home that I've liked. I've also got the ability to search for things. So I can come here and say, you know what, show me just what's active. Or maybe I'm a homeowner and I want to see what's pending in this area. Hit the done button, and now I can see the pending properties, which is at least an idea of, hey, what is happening in this neighborhood? Oh, this one went under contract already. And then I can start looking for that. I'm going to say active here. By the way, if you're looking for rentals, just flip the switch to rent, and it will switch over to show me all the rentals in an area. So now I can see, hey, there's a rental nearby. Here we go. I can rent this one for $55,000 a month. I've actually been to that home. And it's just an ability to kind of switch what the criteria is. I'm going to go back to for sale and keep it on active. I can obviously adjust price. So maybe I'm looking for anything from 550 to 850. So I'm just going to adjust this over to 550. There we go, to 850. Narrow it down. And now these are going to be the properties that are for sale. Property type, obviously I can narrow it down to houses if I want to narrow that down. Under the more, I can also say, you know what, I need at least 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. I could see any of the other things that I want here. Hey, I'm looking for anyone who's had a price reduction in the last 7 days. Done. I could take this area and now I can zoom out and just show me all the properties that meet that criteria. So here's one that had a $94,000 price reduction. Here's one that had a $5,000 price reduction, $6,000 price reduction. So I just like the fact that that's built in under the more, and I can just flip that on. I like to say, hey, would you like to save money and find a discount? Flip this on, go find the home that's been price reduced, and you can leverage Keller Mortgage to save money on that as well. Awesome. I can also come to the map and change this. So I like using satellite view when I'm looking at properties, just because this is a great way to kind of zoom into an area. So if I look at this home, I can see more about the neighborhood and I can actually zoom in to see, hey, this is a great house. It has a pool. They have a pool. They have a pool. They have a pool. And it just lets me see how close are we to water. And then knowing that that's going to be there, how do I get out to the ocean? So here's the ocean access. I can even zoom into some of the beach areas, like there is our dock in Lauderdale by the Sea. There is our adventurous area that people can come to, all the different restaurants, and I can see, wow, that's actually within walking distance. So I can walk from here to there. I like that view as well. Now that's just one way to do the searching. By the way, if I had it narrowed down, I can even draw on the map and say, you know what, I just want to live in this area. Single family homes, 550,000 to 850,000, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Here's the best part, hit the save button. So I might just call this 3 bed plus, 2 bath plus, near beach. It's my own search, right? So I don't have to put all this detail in. Now here's where it gets neat. I could do an instant or weekly update. So I'll just say instant update and push notification. I want to be alerted the second something fits my criteria. I'm going to hit save. It's now been saved, and that is now one of my new searches that I can come and see. And by the way, at the bottom of the screen, if I go to saved, here's everything I've saved. So here's my collaboration. Here is what we just set up as a search. I can come here to edit it, or I can share it with someone else if I want to. And I can click on that, and it will quickly take me to that saved search. I can also go to one of the other ones, like homes near me. And I like the fact that this is just an easy way to have multiple searches going. The other way I could do this is actually find a home that I want. I can save it, and it asks me what collection to save it to. Now, I have a collaboration going with another myself testing this out. I can do it to another area, my dream homes, multiple collections. Put a note in here. Love this. Love this. Save. Now it's been saved to that collection. By the way, I just got a message because this collection is shared with my agent. So if I come into my More button, . If I come down to my Save button here and I were to go into the folder Collaborate with Jay, I can click on this here to see it. Here's everything we're collaborating with together. I can click the three dots, edit collection, and here's where I know the collaborators. Not only do I have my current collaborator, my co-buyer, I was able to add the collaborator, in this case, me as the agent. So as an agent, I just got an email for this saying, hey, brand new property's been added to your collection. Check out the latest and following link below and any notes that might be. So I can click on this to see what's new, and it will take me to my version of the app. So you can have your clients use this and say, hey, if you want to create a folder or a collection, you can add me as a collaborator. And then that way, anytime you add something new, I'm going to see it and you and I can work together on that collection. So this is a great way to do that as well. Now, there is the ability to search other areas. So you can actually search by landmark. No other app has that right now. So I can search for the White House, right? We have a brand new president in place. I can search by the White House and say, hey, I'm looking for the White House. Hey, there it is. And I can zoom out and see all the properties for sale that might fit this same criteria, by the way. There's all those single family homes, and I can find the property up here that matches. So property type was cleared. I'm going to say houses only. Not as many houses near the White House, but there is one over here. And it looks like somebody just labeled it incorrectly. And that's all right. I'm just showing you that you can actually do this and search anywhere. So they can clear this and say, you know what, I don't know what the price range is here, so I'm just going to reset that, search for everything, and I can find all these different properties nearby. By the way, see the calendar icon? It means there's an open house this Sunday, the 21st from 1 to 3. So that's in there as well. And I'm actually searching by a landmark. I can also do things like Ohio State Stadium. So if you're working with a client who's got kids moving out of the area, they're thinking about the colleges that they're going to go to, and you might want to start talking to them about maybe investing in a property before they get there. Here is the satellite view of Ohio State Stadium. I can zoom out of that and see, okay, what properties are nearby that I could buy for the student and have it be a rental. So here's a house nearby that you can purchase and then rent it out to the different kids at the school. Here's one with an open house nearby. And because I was able to do it by a landmark and find the stadium, now I can just zoom out and see what's available nearby. So I just love that this is here and the fact that we can search by landmarks anywhere. By the way, you can also search by different locations, and of course, the neighborhoods are built in as well. So if I wanted to learn more about different neighborhoods, I can come over here, Lauderdale by the Sea, my go-to neighborhood, and that's all just built in here, and that's one thing that's different than all the other apps out there. So I can search by landmark, I can search by zip code, I can search by school district, I can type in a city, Chicago, and it will start telling me what cities or what neighborhoods are there, what school districts are there. Maybe I'm going to Chicago Heights School District. Again, automatically built in, here's the Chicago Heights School District. I can see properties that are for sale. Wow, I have not seen anything that low in price in a long time. But if I zoom out, I can see, well, there's a reason that is definitely a suburb of Chicago, not direct downtown Chicago. That's just some ways you can use it. By the way, there is a news feed, and this is going to allow me to collaborate with other people. And eventually, all this different stuff is going to come in. So I can see that Jay Sarmac is one of my co-buyers on this. We're working together. I've already shared this collaboration with my other agent, and now here's the collaboration of stuff that we're sharing and talking about together. The guide is built in, so I love that this is built in and customizable to you. You can go into Command today, go to Consumer, and you can customize the buying and selling guide to include things. Like I've added the fact that you should get pre-approved, and I've added virtual buyer consultation. So with COVID, we can meet in person or virtually. The fact that they're going to sign a buyer brokerage agreement is not automatically built in, yet I always do that. So I'm going to make sure it's part of our process so no one has to question it. Tour homes and tour homes virtually, make an offer, home inspection, all this stuff is here. Notice the check marks next to it. My clients have the ability to come into this, see more details, and they can mark it as complete, like we've done that. And then it is going to actually show them and check it off on the list. Same thing for the sellers, so I can use the app the same way with the sellers. Mr. Seller, we're going to work together. Here's the built-in guide that you can see, and we're going to be able to set up a search and alert of what's happening in your area. So we've got our guides built in. I already talked about our savings here, collaborations. Plus, you can come in here, you can edit it, you can delete a collection. This is actually in my mom's neighborhood. I found this property that was right next door to her in Indianapolis, in Greenfield, and I'm able to sit there and show that and go ahead and find it by just typing in an address, getting close to the area, and then I was able to find that home. So these are some here, and I can even share this and collaborate with her. Under the more, you've got the option to add a co-buyer. So I've already added my co-buyer, but I can add and remove them or add someone else. So this is great for like husband and wife, partners, mom's helping me buy the home, so I might add her to the person. Everything about your account. So as the consumer, they can come in here and change their name, select things that they're interested in. I'm interested in buying, save. The contact information for me is already here. That's just one of my profiles. I have multiple because I test this out. Change their password, notifications. This is where they can manage their push notifications now. Do I want to be alerted the second something comes in the market? And what emails do I want? Instant, weekly, monthly. They have full control over when they get alerted from you. Places, this is my ability to come in and add a place, like I can add my work address. Okay, here is the work address. So now anytime I look at a home, it's going to be there. And any feedback they want to give us, they can come in here because we are in labs and is their ability to do that. The history, everything I've looked at. So I like the fact that this is here in case I couldn't remember what was that third home we looked at. And now I'm able to see the recently viewed, including your hiddens. You can come here to the history to find anything you hid. Built in is Keller Covered to get more about the home insurance and shopping around. So, Mr. Seller, I understand you're not ready to sell yet. However, could you save money on home insurance right now? Could you save money on a refinance? Keller Mortgage is built in instantly. This is another way to get to it. Affordability calculator. This is new. So if I know my income, my monthly debt, my current credit score, I can adjust this. How much are we putting down? And it will tell me about where I can afford for a home. What am I looking at for a loan? What's my current APR? I can lower it to say, hey, we're doing about 3% in the area. Any HOA, and it's going to tell me about where I can afford a home, and I can even view the breakdown and start the pre-approval process. So the fact that that's built in and can allow me to have a really important conversation with my clients and they can click that button right there is great. I've also got the ability to share the app so they can share it with their family and friends. Hey, I know you're working with Robin and you want to share with her the app. It was just Valentine's Day. Go ahead and share the link, and then you can share this with everybody you know as well. Anything about legal, and they can sign out. Plus, they can view the profile of the agent. So this is me, their agent. Here's the information down below. They do have the option to find or remove it if they needed to, but typically they don't need to. I just love the fact that it's here. If I'm ever worried about is the app branded to me, I can just say, hey, Mr. Buyer, Mr. Seller, click the more button. Do you see my name up at the top? Perfect. We're branded. We're ready to go. And now that I've added that location, guess what? I can go to the property now and I can scroll down to see how close is this. And there we go. There's the directions. So I can see my driving directions of how close is it to my work. By the way, I can do the same thing under saved, come to the one in Indiana, look at the property here, and it's even going to tell me my commute time is 17 hours and 9 minutes. And biking is going to take me 100 hours, and walking might take me 369 hours. However, it's looking at the Google Maps, it's getting me the information. This is in a totally different state, and anybody who wants information on anything is going to go through me, and then I have the opportunity to connect them with another agent. So there's so much more your app can do if you spent time to get to know it better, if you explored it, if you put yourself on alerts, sign up for an account, test it out, practice doing the collaborators, add a collaborator to it, see what it's like to work with them. I actually now can sign out as me for this one, log back in as a different account, and sign in. Now I'm going to get the information under the feed of all the different stuff that we did. Hey, I marked a guide as completed. Awesome. JJ added a home to the collaborate. I can come here to save, see this collaboration, and see what new property was added. Oh yeah, I do like this one. And I can add a message there as well. Now I'm using mine, so their phone is going to be custom to them. This is a great way to collaborate, to use this, to have a guide that goes through there, to save properties, to set up alerts, to be notified when things happen, to have access to consumer savings, to have access to neighborhood information, to be able to search by landmarks, to be able to zoom out and see the neighborhoods nearby, to find the property that I might be looking for, to help with my client's ability to invest or find a property that they might be interested in anywhere, and the built-in savings of Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered to have a conversation. And I also can connect them with my local lender and my local insurance company. So there's a lot your app can do. Play around with it, explore it, see what it could do, test out the new features, and then educate your consumers. Have a consultation with them and teach them how they can leverage this app to do more. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, you can follow me on KW Connect and YouTube today.